Welcome, PVT Express News. Subscribe to the channel to not miss new videos. And now for today's content. Welcome back, everyone. Before we dive into today's emotional story, we want to thank you for always being here with us. Trust me, this video is going to leave you smiling, sighing, and maybe even tearing up a little, because hidden in today's story is something so pure, you won't want to miss a single second. Now, let's step into the world of HyunBin and SonYeJin, a couple who, no matter how many rumors swirl around them, continue to redefine what real love looks like. Recently, a simple video of SonYeJin practicing lit up the internet. Watching her move with such elegance and strength radiant as ever, even after embracing motherhood, it was like witnessing a living masterpiece. She wasn't just working out, she was glowing, carrying the quiet confidence of a woman who has gracefully balanced love, career, and family. But behind this glow stood HyunBin, her silent pillar, always present, always supportive. Together, they embody the kind of partnership that fans admire not just on screen, but in real life. The anticipation only grew as SonYeJin prepared for her shining return at the 30th Busan International Film Festival. Dressed in a cream gown that shimmered like a soft halo, she walked into the spotlight as if she had never left it. At her side, HyunBin, sharp in a charcoal suit, reminded everyone why the two are hailed as Korea's ultimate power couple. And then came the moment that shook the hall. The host, with a sly smile, turned to HyunBin and asked, "We know what you adore about Yejin SSI, but what is the one thing she can't live without?" At first, HyunBin paused, his silence speaking volumes. Then, with a tender smile, he turned to his wife and said softly, "She can't live without our morning chats. No diamonds, no luxury escapes, no grand gestures, just something beautifully ordinary." Yet, in its simplicity lay the heart of their love story. HyunBin revealed that no matter the distance, whether separated by countries or time zones, they never skipped their morning conversations. Even if it's just 10 minutes, those talks are their anchor, their laughter, and their comfort through every storm. The crowd went still, the air heavy with emotion. Fans who came expecting playful banter instead found themselves dabbing their eyes, as though they had just been gifted a glimpse into the couple's most private world. When asked what happens if SonYeJin misses a chat, HyunBin chuckled and said, "She's quieter." Not upset, just quieter, as if the light has dimmed a little. "And that's when I know I need to make it right." At that moment, SonYeJin gently touched his arm, a small gesture, but one that spoke louder than 1,000 words. And then, as if the evening wasn't magical enough, HyunBin shared his sweetest memory from those morning talks. "One morning, she told me she was ready to start a family." That single line silenced the hall. No staged drama, no scripted romance, just two people sharing the most authentic chapter of their lives together. So while the industry may chatter about discord or rumors, HyunBin and SonYeJin continue to prove that true love isn't in grand displays, but in the quiet rituals that bind two hearts, like the warmth of a morning chat that keeps their world glowing. His voice cracked, filled with emotion. The room paused, then erupted into gasps. Fans could hardly believe they were witnessing this level of openness. SonYeJin, shy but radiant, confirmed the memory with a small laugh, her eyes betraying the depth of that life-changing moment. Suddenly, the couple were no longer just movie stars. They were two people on the brink of the biggest adventure of their lives, bonded by the simplest of rituals, a morning phone call. What followed was a series of memories. The audience laughed at stories of sleepy video calls with messy hair, spilled coffee during script readings, and jokes only they understood. They melted at the image of HyunBin catching a late-night flight after seeing only a photo of her empty pillow. They cried when SonYeJin admitted that sometimes morning conversations were the only thing that kept her from collapsing in the middle of the filming schedule was packed. Each anecdote was a thread, woven together into a tapestry of quiet devotion that transcended rumors, fame, and distance. And then the question that brought the evening to a close. A young fan asked, trembling, "Brother, will you still talk to me in the morning when you're 80? HyunBin smiled, not missing a beat. "If I'm lucky enough to be alive and she's still by my side, I'll wake up early every day just to hear her voice." The entire hall erupted in applause, some fans sobbing, others clapping so hard their hands must have hurt. For once, it wasn't about the stars. It was about the people. As the lights dimmed and the couple waved goodbye for the last time, fans knew they had witnessed something unforgettable. This wasn't a scripted fairy tale, but the revelation of a love that wasn't built on gestures big but on everyday rituals, the kind of love that endures precisely because it is simple and solid. And so, in the days that followed, clips of HyunBin's confession flooded social media, translated into countless languages, hailed as the most heartfelt celebrity revelation of the year. But those who were there knew that it was more than just a headline, it was a vow spoken under bright lights but born in the quietest morning. HyunBin and SonYeJin, despite the swirling rumors of discord, showed the world the truth in its simplest form. Love, in its purest form, is not about diamonds or red carpets. It is about never missing a morning voice, never letting silence replace presence, and never forgetting that sometimes the smallest ritual is the greatest treasure. Please leave your discussion. Welcome to leave comments. Welcome to my channel. Thank you all.